Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I wanted to be the first one who's gonna break the news. And the news is Ukraine is saved. There will be no more Russian missiles falling in Ukraine. I mean, they will fall, but they will be destroyed in the air by the second Patriot battery delivered to Ukraine. We're done, man. We're done. Putin, you're done. Say what? You're done. Click. That's what's going to happen. So the Ukrainians ran out. Tell us, I know, with the chest out, we received the second battery of Patriot systems. Whoa! We're done. You're done. All right, let's see. Let's see what these guys are saying. And by the way, the Russians have no way of destroying them. They're undestroyable. Buy one, get one free, basically. Ukrainska Pravda, April 27, 2023. The second already in service. Ooh, excuse me, I gotta go and do a little thing. Air Force's commander posts selfie with the new Patriot division. My God. Here it is. If you show only like this, you might say this is Prigozhin. That was when I was going up and I said, oh, the wrong picture. Even if I stop right here, I say, this is Prigozhin. Like this? No, this is me. Prigozhin, me. Okay, let's move on. The second division of the Patriot anti-aircraft missile system has gone on combat duty in Ukrainska, in Ukraine. Source, Lieutenant General Mykola Oleschuk. That's right there, it's a Oleschuk, commander of the Air Forces on Telegram, Yuri Ikhnat, Air Force spokesman, in a comment to Ukrainska Pravda. Quote from Oleschuk, and I'm quoting, they say there is a ban on the general staff taking selfies against the background of shipment. Sorry, I couldn't resist. The second division of the Patriot air defense system is already in service. We are strengthening air defense, bringing victory closer. End quote. Now, to be fair, I think this picture is taken in Germany. I think it's in the US. I don't think this picture is taken in Ukraine. I'm just kidding. But how do I know? Oh, there's trees over there. That's in Ukraine right there. That's in Ukraine. Okay, let's move on. So, Yuri Ikhnat, Air Force spokesman, confirmed to Ukrainska Pravda that the second division of the Patriot air defense system provided by international partners, what's that? Not for us, is already performing combat work in one of the areas determined by the military leadership. Good. I hope they perform well and the Russians will perform poorly. Okay, YouTube, did I kiss your butt now? Is this gonna work? No. On April 23rd, Yuri Ikhnat stated that one division of the Patriot anti-aircraft missile system has already been deployed to Ukraine, while the rest are on their way. UPIA. There you go. For reference, okay, tell us. The Patriot Air Defense Division consists of a command post, a radar, and launchers. There can be up to 8 launchers, each of which has 4 launch containers with missiles of different types: anti-ballistic, anti-aerodynamic targets, aircraft, and helicopters. 2 parentheses right here. Good for that. For what? Hey, my bad. So good for you guys. Good for you. Now I would like to hear the Russians when they're gonna say, well, we blew up one, and the other ones, no, nothing happened. I still wait for anybody from the other side, not the Russians. We know Russians lie just like that. The other guys, no, they don't lie. They don't lie much. To tell me, did any HIMARS unit was destroyed yet or no? Because the Russians said yes, this guy said no. I would like to know. Why don't I know that? Why don't they tell me? Well, for obvious reasons, because they can say, well, HIMARS the best, buy it. S400s, the worst, don't buy it. So anyway, whatever it is about commercials here, advertising. Good, I'm very happy, to be honest with you, and I have no reason not to be, unless my friends say that I'm on the payroll of Mr. Yes, and I would like to see how these Patriot systems perform. The last information that I have is kind of old. You remember when Saddam was attacked? I mean, actually not Saddam, it was the country, free country, independent, sovereign country of Iraq was attacked by a bunch of wolves because they were courageous, so they need to be more than one. They attacked Iraq, and Saddam retaliated with some, I think it was some Scud, I think missiles, was that Scud or Scud? I think so. Towards Israel, and Israel had at that time Patriot systems, but this was 1,000 years old, so I understand that one. I think the Patriot systems had an accuracy, a performance of about between, I don't know, like 15 to 20 some percent. All right, that means 1 in 4 or 1 in 5 was hit. But that was then. Right now, obviously, they evolved, but on the other hand, the other ones also evolved. So we'll see. We'll see. They said in an article that I made a video on, they said that the Patriot systems can hit Zircon missiles, hypersonic, and they can definitely hit, what was the other one, Calibre cruise missiles. Now, Calibre cruise missiles are not, as far as I remember, they're not hypersonic. So they might hit them. We'll find out. Or they are. Let's see. Check it out. Because the last time when I checked, I think Calibre were. I don't know. Let's see. No, they're not hypersonic. I knew they were developed before the Russians, but anyway, they say they have a range of 1,500 to 2,500 kilometers in service since 2015. In 2015, Russia did not have hypersonic missiles. So anyway, they said they can destroy the Calibre, and I think they said the hypersonic, but I don't believe that. I made a video on an article specifically saying that Patriot supposedly, and I made a case that they didn't have any evidence, but the Ukrainians claimed that, not the Americans. The Americans were still struggling to to do some studies, some exercises, some all that, and they did not come with any conclusion. Only the Ukrainians said, yes, they would be able to hit the hypersonic missiles. I don't think so, but hey, maybe. But believe me, if that would have been the case, I think the Americans would have trumpeted that we would have known it by now. So, good for them. We'll see how the Patriot systems, and I would like to know when the first one is going to be blown up, because it will be blown up. It's not invisible. Okay, it makes noise, you can touch it, distributes heat, and all that. You can see it, you know what I mean? There's so many things. It has communication. If you have a radar, you know what a radar is? All right, you know what a radar is. So you can detect it, but I'm pretty sure it's not the radar from 1,000 years old, when they send and based on that, beep, 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 beep. That's how a radar works. I'm assuming it's not the same way. We send a missile, a test missile, that when it receives the wavelength, beep, 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 oh, okay, it's coming from that way, you know what I mean? And at the same time, it sends it to you, pum, 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 pum. So it's a communication between the radars of the missile and the radar, or the drone, and the radar of the wavelength of the radar, you know what I mean? But this is the old style, old school. I don't know right now, but a radar, if they said radar, I send something, hit something, comes back to me. Well, if I do that, and it's like a radar, when you drive a car, and you say, oh, I got a radar for the cops. They know that you got a radar, or should know this, for the same reason, for the same method that they have a radar. Unless you have a different wavelength that they don't understand, which could be coded or whatever. I don't know. I'm not a specialist on that one. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.